Welcome to Joy News Today with me, Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson. In our headlines, voting is still underway in a number of electoral areas in the Ashanti and Eastern regions following postponement of their participation in the district-level elections held last Tuesday. We bring you live updates from some of the polling stations. You took an investment risk and lost out. That's Maxwell's lawyer to a customer of the defunct gold dealership firm who invested more than 5 million Ghana cedis with the company. We'll tell you how it all happened and what becomes of the case in court. And residents of Asokore-Mampong municipality elevate the level of boulders on their community to check the incidence of rampant knockdowns along the roads which run through their community. Details of that on our Drive Safe campaign as the Yuletide approaches. Meanwhile, some motorists using the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange this morning narrowly escaped death after their vehicles were involved in an accident on the flyover. We'll hear from eyewitnesses. Details of these stories and more, including business, sports, world news, and showbiz, all in this hour. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now, voting is underway in parts of the Ashanti and Eastern regions to make up for those who couldn't vote in Tuesday's District Assembly and Unit Committee elections. Technical and logistical challenges led to the rescheduling, but today they are in queues voting. Emmanuel Coco is at Mensa South constituency and joins me live with more. Emmanuel, what can you report?
SHS, where around 7 a.m. we had the electoral officials begin the voting exercise for today. That is, those who were exempted from this exercise, they are actually voting for today. So as you can see in your shots, that's a woman going there to cast her ballot and dropping it inside the ballot box. But we want to interact quickly with her. Ma'am Pacho, yendin komo kakra. Me pese mi hu abatwe Tuesday na was some to abano and ende yama mo kwan se monto. E dey na wo ka fa won ase wonwume bi ana.
Oh, de besi bia ya nyame ase. Nyame che de wo ya ase. Ti yenim se nyame pese ne ene ba so nti na ba so. Ti bibia nsi me kwan. Me de me yoki. Okay, na
ufin fa ne ba ha se.
Me frɛ Sophia Samai afa ho dontina ya tu ani etu case ti afa ho dontina free Sophia Samai e de abase beto aman
anti na chese wa preferred candidate out to man
omega ntina mba afa.
Okay, na afa yen show eko enim no dentina district level elections no ye hwa akwanya say assemblymen and members on beba no ombedi mpuntu beba den na ka wo hwehwe fini a wato aba man na say baby say obeye den ama mo constituency ha say
omega de minim do timi ye efa mfichire aprepra ne nkabomu ni youth de minim say omega afa ya de timi ni so obekoso ato aso aye de oyen eno say aye mi kunti no bibia ni a metanachi.
All right, sure. So that's also an electorate. She explains that she's hoping that her preferred candidate will bring a lot more of improvement into this particular area. But the voter turnout hasn't really been quite good for the morning. And we've seen in this particular station, we understand about 300 electorates are supposed to come here and vote. But we quickly interact with the EC official here and then find out the numbers. Ma, good morning.
Morning.
Person me who so far no say na exercise na eko.
Oh, so far na eko kakran ni fe bank kakran.
Okay, na dodo na say nipa dodo say na was omo ba ha say.
So far I was at 300 neighbor.
Okay, and out of number we no nipa dodo say na ba.
Best 20 na ba.
Okay. But more expectation bi ana.
So far the near Ibia, I say election we nipa enter mase other ones nti. Yeah, hopefully some beba.
Alright, sure. Alright. So that's an EC official over here at this particular polling center. She explains that she's hoping that the numbers would increase by the day. That's given the fact that during the district level elections, many people do not partake in the exercise, but they are hoping that they'll have a better turnout for today. But I'll quickly interact with one of the polling agents for one of the candidates that will be contesting for today. Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Voting exercise, no one is saying, come out.
Oh, Coca, but said yeah, first year 12 and year on one to Nisa because if you say Calopay, Kahai, but a low key.
Now, also say, wow, what's your has now? Also, say, didn't Emma or Momba, Emma Tuabano.
Reason is a that is a Tuabano. You see, I'm young Tuabano. Ain't he a month for both Obu or Jane Jumato? And what about a circle about to air Babatuaba or by a young Tuabano? I just say a dafufro. It will acquire man as our Quenya beam into all the one before on the to cry. And it's in our Kofonama. Now, you know, they are disappointed.
Now, Marcus and more than some of the chunk of more than Ankasa. So far, the air, and say, ye will film. And I Nipan so dear, who run as one for BB and motivating her. Oh, ye dear Giannini, some case canning no one the train a month for more back, Kakamo Sabatuabano. Let's just say Tuesday, so more Saturday way and then some Sayabium. Tuesday, your boy cup a cup to a kakesi pan your boy. Ama Adani a asem kesi adaiso. And then so the same thing here. If you say Nipana Obano, and I say agents no more no so mutimidi no manya wadin the general abanim so what I say Tiwan yes you am from motivate you ma and now we mark him be no ma basa or election nti ya boy ho one when me ane at the basis see baby if this is a man for obu oka yes aniska no wa faka ba because baby tutu amuntia. Okay. So, Tiasan, you baby ska, no more fakaba. Me person me say I didn't know what some years are the way and sana what make Kenya obi amanaba I didn't. Anya sa ma. On also was as more boka baby ana ye bunisa. Ye boka. Nanso be any day. O pass ni panes obeto aba no. Ono so demand bibi say me mfa me sika mfaka ma emba abia me beto aba me nya hwe mfiri so. Eti o dofona odo na ai odo no. So fan worker no better abanama. One yes and it will go against you. So I just say a little dama a canoe I had a dorsal. Okay, now me perceive me who in Yanni Benz and I'm one a manco for you. Rice ne it be a fufu so a young penny phone babantum bound befi. The almost some people fool so tea. Ye fufua esi penifo bo na mo ebi amu media kra mu twam na say ye wa hase a yesu ye be mom bia di EC offices ye be mom bia di.
And that was Emmanuel Kukua from the Ashanti region. Now let's head to the eastern region and engage Maxwell who's monitoring the polls in Koforidua. Maxwell, what can you report?
Well, generally the process has been very calm. Unlike the previous elections where you would witness long queues from morning to afternoon and in the evening, the story this time around is all the same. In this thing, you recall that about 20 constituencies didn't have the opportunity to participate in the process on Tuesday. So 20 constituencies for now are engaging in this, particularly at the Legion Hall electoral area, Legion Hall police station, then the Oba electoral area. The place is very calm. There is no queue. I just met the gentleman who went through the process. Let's take a minute and find out from how the process has everything gone on. What's your name?
My name is Kaswa.
So you have participated in elections over the period. You've gone through the process. How will you describe this year's process?
The process as I've been right now is calm and peaceful. but I have a reservation. When I went there, I realized that the pictures are a little blurred. Now I expect the electoral commission to do better than what they have done now. At least they bring the in color, and they are very vivid. That should be better. For now, it's in black and white, and it's not all that clear.
So you mean a ballot paper is not
the ballot paper, the pictures on the ballot paper are not very clear.
So this is the voter expression is concerned. Mommy, I've come across one gentleman who is also participating in this. I think he's contesting the aspect of this at home. But you have monitored the process from morning, from 7 up to now. How will you describe the process? Has it been peaceful? Has it been clear? Has it fair?
Yeah, the process is very, very peaceful. The only problem I have seen is that the turnout is very, very, very low. And I don't know the reason. Like my big man said, one other problem is that the pictures on the ballot paper, they are not clear. They are not clear at all. And so if somebody doesn't look at the thing well, it will be very difficult for the person to identify you. That is one problem too. So, Mami, these are observations from the wireless area, specifically at the Listening Hub Police Station.
Thank you very much, Maxwell Kudeko, monitoring the process in the Eastern region. Now, after serving close to a decade as unit committee chairperson for the Eija Ahimbronum electoral area in the Ashanti region, Dora Asafo is anticipating a win to become the first assemblywoman for the area. Despite losing so much money to food preparations on Tuesday, she remains determined to win. Anita Sewa Ajuga puts a spotlight on a woman who hopes to transform her community by creating more educational platform for school-going children.
In Ghana touches the daily lives of women, their markets, their homes, sanitation and economic activity. However, women's participation in local governance is not a reflection of their proportion of representing the highest population in Ghana, as against the males' 49.9%. In spite of the strive to increase women participation in local leadership, few women are defying the status quo. Among such is Dora Asafo, popularly known as AY, a donut vendor who is contesting to become the first female assembly member at Eija Ahimbronum in the Ashanti region.
Assembly woman say, assembly woman we friend kwabra boatin. Owu yem na ma hwe akira be pemunne. Enti se na ekwanya beto de na wo se me pribie. Na me komanim na me hu say
I have been part of the unit committee for the past 8 years. I decided to contest for assembly member after the death of the assemblyman.
So oban standing da. Many first time I'm standing.
As a female who wishes not to stay behind the fire and enjoy what she does best, Dora is taking the bold step to serve the interests of her people.
Your security was so and yet. Into my mind, you send by Membruno, you became one boom. Now, my fair ebinum, now, yet security. Now, I only dear. First week piano, or say, yet, I only dear one you a jacqueline. My friend say,
I will increase security and improve on sanitation in the area.
Bicycle, no, a dorsal. Me and my father who say, me teachers, no much or my dear.
The election in her area is among those rescheduled by the Electoral Commission in the Ashanti region. Just like many aspirants who know how best to serve their electorate, Dora has expended enough money in her electioneering period.
The chibo fruit or 10 junction. Now let's into 1 week, a brew week, cramming quite mother. When I'm campaign, Musa. Me enko adwuma le pem na we meko ade se nyame adon edibro nya wi ansa na meko e boka se enim se eden election de enti me ase e betwe asan e ma bi beto enti me boka me ye aduane no palo squad me to Coco.
I spent almost 2,000 Ghana cedis on food for my agents. Because of the campaign and election, I haven't been able to go to work.
Coco esa ka wo mu anopa no nti me ka Coco ni wie na me no a jollof esa de ka wo mu ensu a mo nom ye nyina me ka kreti ye na 2000 I was say me ye ma wo mu so mo hwe wa ba ma no mo hwe ba so aba to so ma na so mo aduane a enye yi titem bia wo say wo na mo aduane ensuo pa je Mensa yesre no yesre so be ye adwuma ne dia o ma na ni na ho the person so be print na say company no omuso a onfa bi nko baabi no onye adwuma no.
While still on the elections, the Electoral Commission in the Northeast region has recommended a rerun of the elections in Langbinsi and Loagri Kukua electoral areas in the eastern West Mamprisi municipalities. The suggestion comes after Tuesday's elections in the two communities ended inconclusively due to violence. Some discoveries of irregularities in several areas across the region were also made. Correspondent Ilyas Sutanko has more.
Many parts of the region. However, in some areas, incidents of intense violence and irregularities were recorded. At Langbinsi in the East Mamprisi municipality, unidentified individuals attacked 3 polling stations and vandalized electoral materials, leaving 3 voters injured, one of them still hospitalized. The attackers were said to have seized and destroyed 2 ballot boxes whilst counting was ongoing. The counting process was truncated after the attack. On Wednesday, a disgruntled candidate and his supporters mobilized in front of the Electoral Commission office in Gambaga, accusing his rival of instigating the attack and demanding the annulment of the elections.
Ballot box to the other candidate's house, and the other health center, they have destroyed it. We're not able to count, and that's my strongholds. So I'm requesting the EC should come back and either you do a fresh elections.
It was a confrontation. People were beaten or something?
Yes, 2 of my agents were beaten, 3, and 1 was hospitalized. So even currently he's at Langbinsi Health Clinic and is attending to treatment there.
Okay.
Without these 2 polling stations being included in the declaration process, we are placing an injunction, but we are placing an injunction on the election because if they declare someone as the winner, we will remove the person from Langbinsi. Yes. During the polls yesterday, we were having some EC officials who declared themselves that they were in support of this candidate, and in the elections we don't have this. That's what I'm stating. If they are to do re-election, we are not going to accept this anymore.
So to be a sake, to be in la katre votendi, to be a woman's not to be a woman.
In the Boko electoral area in the same municipality, supporters of some candidate clashed in a free-for-all fight, which resulted in the injury of several people. In the case of the Loagri Kukua electoral area in the West Mamprisi municipality, electoral staff discovered incidents of overvoting after a complaint raised by a candidate. The candidate and his supporters also gathered in protest in front of the commission's office in Walewale, also demanding the cancellation of the election results. In response, the regional directorate of the commission expressed satisfaction with the way and manner the elections were conducted.
As far as Northeast region is concerned, was conducted in line with the rules and regulations as set up in the CI 89. To that respect, I would say that it was conducted in a free, fair, and transparent manner. And I will also say that there was a great cooperation from the security.
Coco, however, confirmed the disruption of the elections in the Langbinsi and Loagri Kukua electoral areas.
There was an incident which led to destruction of the few properties of the Electoral Commission, especially our voting screen. One of the ballot boxes was smashed. So 2 polling stations were affected. The police commander also gave an indication that there were some few scaffolds also in Boko electoral area. But that did not affect the outcome of the election. The election was declared in line with the rules as set up. In the Loagri Kukua electoral area, where there was a presumption of overvoting. So this morning I was there myself. We went through, we did, let me say, auditing. And then we came to the conclusion that there were 2 more ballots, more than what was in the ballot box. And as issuer, we also need to forward a report to the commission for commission to take decision on that.
The regional director also added that based on the information and evidence received from the 2 disputed electoral areas, a recommendation will be made to the commission in Accra for the elections to be cancelled and rerun.
I was looking at the incident that occurred, and based on the information that I've obtained, I would say that our recommendation is to the effect that there is a need to do some cancellation and probably rerun.
Reporting for Joy News, Ilyasu Tanko, Nalirgu.
Well, you took an investment risk and lost out. That's Menzgold's lawyer to a customer of the defunct gold dealership firm after making huge investments of more than 5 million Ghana cedis. Lawyer Kwame Kufu, during a cross-examination of the prosecution witness, asked him, a civil engineer, whether it wasn't a risk he took when investing heavily in Menzgold. But civil engineer Stephen Atipo said he relied on the information from Nana Apia Mensa and the Bureau Marketing Council to make a decision, but later realized that the business wasn't licensed. So what and how exactly did he invest? Let's go through the investments he made to Menzgold. Now, if you look at this graphics in front of you, he says on June 1, 2023, Stephen Atipo purchased 5 kilograms of over 22 karat gold from Bureau Marketing Consultant, a cost, of 1 million Ghana cedis. He was also made to pay 64,500 Ghana cedis cash, representing a 6.4% non-refundable commission in addition. And if you look at the slide, it says June 1, 2023. I beg your pardon, that should be 2022. Now, on 5th June 2018, he also purchased another 5 kilograms of over 22 karat gold from Bureau Marketing Consult at a cost of 1 million cedis, and he paid a commission of 6.4% on that amount as well. And a third investment with the accused persons and purchased another 5 kilograms of gold from Bureau Marketing Consult and also paid 1 million Ghana cedis. He paid 64,000 Ghana cedis as commission for that amount. His fourth purchase of gold was made on 1st June 2018. This time, he purchased another 3 kilograms of 22 karat gold from Bureau Marketing Consult and paid 600,000 cedis, a commission on that as well. He paid 38,700 Ghana cedis cash as a non-refundable commission for the investment. And his first transaction with the accused persons took place on the 27th of June 2018, where he purchased another 3 kilograms of a little over 22 karat gold from the same consulting firm at 6 million Ghana cedis. Stephen Atipo paid 38,700 Ghana cedis cash as non-refundable commission for the investments. And again, in July 2018, the civil engineer made his 6th investment. He bought 4 kilograms of gold from Bureau Marketing Consult again for 800,000 cedis. He paid 51,600 Ghana cedis cash as non-refundable commission for that as well. And also on July 27th, 2018, his 7th investment, he purchased 1 kilogram of over 22 karat gold from Bureau Marketing Consult, costing 200,000 Ghana cedis, and paid 12,900 Ghana cedis as non-refundable commission. And in total, all these amounts amounted to 5,200,000 Ghana cedis. 200,000 Ghana cedis, I beg your pardon, in the company's gold vault market for 26 kilograms of gold. He also parted with a total of 335,400 Ghana cedis as non-refundable money. And this represents 6.45% commission for all his investments. And we look at what he earned from Men's Gold. So in July 2018, Men's Gold gave Mr. Atipo a lump sum of 504,000 Ghana cedis as his monthly 12% interest on 26 kilograms of gold per the agreement signed. In September 2018, that same year, he was given an EcoBank check with a face value of 240,000 cedis by Men's Gold as his interest on 10 kilograms of gold. However, when he presented the check at the Temamin branch of the EcoBank Bank, the check was dishonored. And those are some of the investments made by a customer of the defunct Men's Gold. Now let's listen to what some of the customers have been saying about the trial.
The first witness marked the witness box today and was cross-examined by the defense counsel. And we are satisfied with the responses that he gave. He did not depart from his evidence in chief. And so we think that is good. I mean, the facts or the issues that happened were clearly spelled out. And I believe that the court now has the idea, the court now understands the situation, what actually happened. Witness, the evidence that he gave proved that he was a customer of the fund Men's Good, and he really understood the business or the investment that he made, and he was able to defend his investment. And I think that the facts were clearly spelled. The issues came out. And I believe that the responses that the defense team wanted had, or what the court was looking for, it was made clear to them. And so we expect it to go this way. We had even expected that in a day they can do like 2 witnesses. Because the court has given March, by the end of March, he said it should be able to come out with its ruling. So, but we want a speedy trial, and I think that's what is happening. So it's all well and good. Remember, during the CMC, even the prosecution said they were going to spend 1.5 hours, but it turned out to be the other way. And so it's all well and good, and we are happy with the responses that came from the witness.
The Millennium Development Authority has wrapped up work on a 554-meter road, which forms part of the Kaswa community project. The road is expected to ensure easy access to the Kaswa-Winneba Highway. It's also to help keep the lights on in the area in checking the previous hurdle of transporting fuel to the bulk supply point. Ken Jusi has more.
The Kaswa Community Road project is part of an ancillary of the 435 megavolt amperes bulk supply point constructed under the Ghana Power Compact program. The project, according to the CEO of the Millennium Development Authority, Martin Benjamin, will enhance connectivity and accessibility.
We thought that access to the bulk supply point would be eased if we had it. Secondly, it will allow people of the motorway to be able to traverse, go faster out into town rather than going through another, making a U-turn and coming back here.
The project, which cost more than $680,000 to construct, is also expected to improve the supply of electric power to the Kaswa township and its environs as fuel MC for the area. Anita Emisa is hopeful about the prospects of the initiative.
This road used to be a very deplorable road, and with the communities and the neighbors around can attest to the fact that there is easy access. A lot of vehicles are using it, and we are so much happy. It was given to local contractors. That is the trust the government has in our local contractors.
The newly constructed project is anticipated to set the stage for sustained economic growth and improved safety of the enclave to the Kaswa-Winneba Highway and now be easily transported to the bulk supply point.
Residents of Edukrom in the Sokore-Mampo municipality have elevated boulders on the community roads to restrict heavy-duty vehicles and tipper trucks from indiscriminate parking and plying the road. There's more in this report.
This particular stretch is about 10 minutes drive from the Abuabu traffic light. Residents who live along this stretch live in fear. Our conversations with them reveal that this particular stretch is often occupied by heavy-duty trucks at ungodly hours. Apart from the knockdowns that they say are often recorded along this stretch, there is also the fear of uncertainty as to what these heavy-duty trucks that come here could be carrying. Heavy-duty trucks are often capacitated to handle substantial loads. The activities of tipper trucks on the road influence rampant knockdowns and accidents. This woman recounts hospitalizing a child from the situation.
The boy went out with his friends. He was knocked down here trying to use the other portion of the road because the trucks had occupied the other half. Our children cannot cross this road. We send them and we are scared when they delay for minutes.
Residents say efforts to draw attention of authorities to the increasing traffic and pedestrian knockdowns have proven unsuccessful.
This refuse could cause infections and jeopardize our health. They have turned this place into a mechanic spot. They repair their cars and wash them here. We have complained, yet no actions have been taken.
We have no idea what are in the trailers. We fought with them last week. They come at night from other places and keep the cars for weeks and months. We have sent petitions to the assembly and nothing has been done.
Considering the dangers that the activities of heavy-duty trucks pose to residents who live on this stretch, the residents have elevated these boulders to restrict the heavy-duty trucks from parking here. The local community, led by Baba Ali, have come together to raise boulders in strategic locations.
The trucks, they load full of items. We don't know what they are carrying. It could be highly flammable liquid, it could be hazardous material, it could be explosive. Because nobody's, stand here and check what they are bringing in the community. Their presence alone is causing so much, issues in the community, including crimes. People's phones have been, snatched from here at knife point and everything. To able to, to secure the area, we paid money. And we have all these big rocks. And after that, we just go in to write a signboard and put here, no parking for heavy-duty trucks.
Reporting for Joy News, Clinton Yabua.
Husk Technologies' new mobile cocoa pod breaking machine has caught the attention of farmers and other stakeholders in the cocoa sector. The machine replaces the traditional method of breaking pods, making work of farmers easy. According to Agritech company, it can break as much as 7,200 pods in an hour. This new toy has also won the Made in National Innovation Challenge's top prize. Esther Nkrumah has more for today's Tech Thursday. Chocolate, cocoa powder, just to mention a few of the delicacies from cocoa. But even before they can be processed into these, the pods must first be harvested, painstakingly cracked open, and the beans extracted from it. That process is the most difficult part of the cocoa processing chain. Farmers usually have to break these pods with either a cutlass or a wooden club, which requires much effort and time. But there is a solution.
It's an automatic mobile cocoa pod breaking machine that separates the cocoa beans from the husk and placenta, thereby increasing productivity by over 700%.
Ni Adefew, the founder of Husk Technologies and winner of the National Innovation Challenge, has developed a mobile cocoa pod breaking machine with a capacity to break 7,200 cocoa pods in an hour.
With our new design, our machine has a capacity to break over 7,000 pods per hour. It's also designed to fit into the buckets of Nabobo yard, therefore can easily maneuver through different farm terrains. uses diesel, and it's very easy to operate, build, and maintain as well. So what we've done is we've created a wider feeding inlet so that you can just pour the cocoa pods in it. That means you can feed the machine with a lot of pods at a time. We've also come up with an inventive way of crushing the pods. Instead of just cutting through, it actually mashes the pods and then feeds them into the sieving. And then we also improved on our sieving mechanism as well, making it very faster to sieve through the pods, the beans.
Knollwood fabrication came second, with plastic lintel and fascia boards made from recycled materials.
So our obsession as a company is leading us to create Ecolen. Ecolen is a plastic formwork sheet board made from recycled waste plastic to replace these one-time use wooden boards in the building process. Our boards are going to be used the same way traditional boards are used, but can be reused a minimum of 20 times.
Code Club came third with their Smart Visual Impaired kit, which helps the visually impaired navigate their environment freely without any assistance.
I came up with a Smart VI project, which consists of a smart spectacles and a smart stick for visually impaired persons. Yes. So what the smart spectacles and smart stick does is it detects obstacles and gives feedback to the visually impaired person of an obstacle in the way of the visually impaired person.
Deputy CEO for NEIP, Abigail Swad-Lai, emphasized their commitment to monitoring and guiding all contestants to ensure responsible utilization of the funds.
Exactly. I think this is one of the programs where monitoring will be very strict because, as you guys witnessed, they are in the very rawest of forms, so they need that hand-holding much more than ever. They have mentors that are going to be placed with them. We actually have hubs that are going to be supervising their business ideas, and any other help they need, we are ready to give. But of course, it all begins with the funding support, which we just gave out today.
Now let's take you to the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, where some motorists narrowly escaped death early this morning. A number of vehicles were involved in an accident on the flyover linking the Ring Road to Obechebi-Lamte Circle. Here are sights and sounds as well as the account of an eyewitness from the accident scene.
I'm from, what do you call it, Obechebi, heading to the office, airport is fire service. But because of the traffic, we are close to each other. All of a sudden, I hear boom from my back. Then I see that the red car over here just hits my car, and then the other one's comes. Then we just bump into each other. That's about it. Thank God, I didn't get any of this thing. I'm okay. But it's the impact of the car being the red one. That's caused the accident.
You're still listening to Joy News Today with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. We'll be right back with business.
Hello and welcome. Time to do business. My name is Emma Davis. The Bui Power Authority is raising concerns over the inability of the Electricity Company of Ghana to pay for power it's procured since 2021. According to the authority, this is posing a massive threat to their operations as it lacks the financial capacity to maintain most of its equipment. Let's hear from a board member of Bui Power Authority, Dr. Rebecca Akwa Ahing, speaking on behalf of the board chairman.
In 2022, since its establishment, it had an increase in net worth of about 44% over the previous year's performance, attributed to higher water inflows to the reservoir. Despite these achievements, the authority is not able to carry out its scheduled maintenance and other operational activities due to inadequate funding. According to the board, failure of the Electricity Company of Ghana to pay for all power procured is a threat to its financial situation. Dr. Rebecca Akwa Aheng spoke on behalf of the board chairman.
The year presented its share of challenges in the country as a whole, and the energy sector, which impacted the authority's operation as well. The financial debt overhang brought about by the inability of the Electricity Company of Ghana to pay for power supply to them continued to remain a key concern for the authority. Despite substantial profitability, the authority faces huge liquidity challenges, which poses a threat to our operations, especially in the area of maintenance. There are several projects and programs that the authority would have wished to undertake in the year, but had to shelve them because of liquidity challenges. It is our expectation that ECG and BPA will work out a solution to reduce the debt overhang.
Chief Executive of Bui Power Authority, Samuel Kofi Jamesi, is hopeful the authority can be transformed into a world-class source of energy.
Our goal is to fully overcome our mounting receivables, challenge and transform our business model to establish ourselves as the leaders in renewable energy in the sub-region. It will be a daunting endeavor, but we are determined to move BPA to the next level and demonstrate to all stakeholders that we are up to the task. It will also require us to maintain our focus on our impressive performance, source and secure investment partners with optimal solutions and capital to advance our solar projects in a way that is both safe and environmentally responsible.
The Bui Power Authority, as part of future plans, has earmarked sites in Boku, Yendi, Tumu, Sola, and other parts of the northern region for various solar projects.
Let's go up north as weavers of Fugu Fabrics in the Upper East region say, even though their industry employs many young people, there is little or no investment in the business. At a graduation ceremony for 140 new weavers who completed a 3-year apprenticeship program in Bolgatanga, the weavers appealed to the government to support them with small loans and other incentives to help their businesses grow. Correspondent Albert Sori reports.
Undoubtedly, the Fugu Fabrics industry has high potential as it employs many young people, from the suppliers of the raw materials to the weavers, retailers, and fashion designers. However, the weavers of the fabrics want the government to address some challenges to help the industry grow. Lawyer Jaladin Abdullahi is a patron of the Sumasum Weavers Association.
Our materials, the high cost of materials is one of our problems. There is also funding difficulty for the graduates to support them in opening shops, procurement of equipment and trades. This particularly challenges them, and the main cause of some of our trained ladies traveling down south. So we are praying that these people that are graduating, we should be able to give them small scale loans so that they will establish their own businesses and don't run down south after having spent 3 years to undergo this training.
That'll be all for business. My name is Emma Davis. For more business news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. Up next is sports.
On the Joy News today with me, Muftau Nabila Abla, the Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association.
Henry Asante-Chum, has confirmed a Joy Sports report published about 2 weeks ago that the Ghana Football Association indeed declared about $7.9 million as the country's prize money for participating in the FIFA World Cup 2022, which happened in Qatar. He explained that FIFA deducted about $800,000 of the prize money due to a debt the football governing body owes the World Football Governing Body between 2016 and 2022. He spoke on Asempa FM.
And a warm compliment from the Ghana Football Association. Kindly be informed that the Ghana Football Association has received inflows from FIFA in respect of the World Cup 2022 in Qatar.
Okay.
The GFA was entitled to $9 million for placing between 17 and 32 in the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, subject to the deduction of all outstanding debts on the account of the association at FIFA. The GFA also received an amount of $25,000 credit from FIFA relating to 2028. It's FIFA at the Canada Derby 2028.
Okay.
And the aka your participation in the World Cup
2018.
2018. No, the aka participation in the World Cup in 2022.
Yeah.
FIFA has deducted the outstanding debts in the sum of $800,000, 131.23 from 2016 to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar.
Wow.
That is Oman on the FIFA since 2016, including fees for cautions, flights, accommodation charges. This leaves us with an amount of $8,224,868.77.
Very well.
That is the first phase. Now the second phase says, we wish to remind you of the payment of $300,000 we took from the bank to pay the 3 Black Stars coaches on behalf of the ministry for qualifying Ghana to the World Cup against Nigeria per their contracts. So in every coach's contract, what they assume say performance clauses.
Yeah.
Do this and I'll give you that amount.
Okay.
Do that and I'll give you this amount. It is in every coach's contract all over the world. In this case, the 3 coaches we employed who qualified us to the World Cup had monetary reward or compensation clauses in their contract.
Yeah.
As soon as our qualifier, it kicks in. At that time, ministry said, "Sikani niyo, entino monkope na monfentua omo.
Monkope besi entua.
Sikana bano yate." After all the deductions, coaches, blah blah blah, no, the net balance after deducting that amount of money and the 25,000 credit note is 7.899.868.77, which is currently to our credit at the bank.
Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante-Chum there. He also made mention about some officials who flew out of the country and FIFA had to bear the costs. Joy Sports has written to FIFA, and as and when we get a response from FIFA, we'll be sharing those details with you. We just want to cross-check whether what the GFA has put out there is actually what has transpired. And we'll share those details with you when FIFA responds. This is our wrap-up sports here on Joy News Today with me, Muftawu Nabila Abla. We'll be back at 2 p.m. with Sports Today.
Well, that's all we have for you here on Joy News Today with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. Please enjoy the rest of our programs and have a good afternoon.